Welcome to Cooking with Bae. I'm your host, Lindsay, also known as Animal-Based Bae, and I have some special guests here today. This is Julie and David, and they are the founders of BeeNZ, this incredible honey from New Zealand with different varietals of Kanuka and Manuka, and we also have some other flavors too as well, or varietals too. So they make phenomenal honey. I mean, I was hooked as soon as I tasted it. I was like, give me more of this. So what they're doing here today with me in this cooking show is they're showing me how the Kiwis do these shellfish, and these actually are tuatuas, also known as pipas, which I like to call them, or pippies. Pippies. So essentially, you could take any shellfish, so also showing you some mussels as well today too. And it's very, very simple. So some of you may be intimidated by shellfish or these just because it's like, how do you even start? Where do you start? So it's really...
And why have honey with them?
And why have honey with them? And so this is exactly why I reached out to Julie and I was like, do you guys have any, unique recipes that you do in New Zealand? And so not only are we going to share with you how to do a little bit of sauce with your mussels that also include honey, but also just to pair it really simply, and just a little surprise pairing later that maybe I showed you guys that they really enjoyed. So let's dive into it. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need your pippies or...
Tuatuas?
Tuatuas, thank you. I told her to correct me too. I was like, can you just make sure that I also give it the proper name? So tuatuas, did I say that right? Okay,
Perfect.
good. So you'll need pippies or your shellfish. So anywhere from your mussels to your clams, like this recipe would work for any of those types of shellfish. Is that right?
Absolutely. So this is just the basic way we eat them in New Zealand. So we get a shark, then you can either swipe through vinegar, lemon juice, or we actually marinate them. So we put them in a mixture of vinegar, honey, BeeNZ honey. Today I'm going to use Kanuka, a little salt and pepper, and you can use a little bit of onion if you'd like.
Okay, he's going to get the seawater, which means that when we they're called puppies, which is mussels, but I guess the Kiwis call them puppies, or maybe elsewhere does too, but he's going to grab those so that when he puts the mussels in the bucket, they can spit out the sand over 12 hours. Okay, so bucket of water. We're gonna go get them. What is that?
It's a catch bag.
It's a catch bag.
Yeah, so when we're digging them out, they'll have sand with them.
Yeah.
But it can just wash through and out the bottom.
Cool. Okay, so these are pippies, not mussels. I thought they were mussels. Woo! Oh, look at them. Okay, let's see.
So many here.
Oh, you feel them now in there? That's fine.
You just stick your toes in now. Squiggle your toes in and feel them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They got a little tongue on them and they hold on to the sand. We'll
These
take
guys.
out the little ones later. Just load them up.
Oh, wow. Super cool. Look at these.
Yeah.
What is that? They're the best the day after you get them?
Yeah.
They spit all the sand out. So we are taking these pippies, they're called. Okay. And check them out. Right in there.
See them?
See them. And pull them out here like so. Taking these pippies. And what are we doing with them? We're bringing them back to the house. We're gonna put them in the bucket.
Yes, put them in the bucket, put a towel over them. Keep them in the house.
Yep.
And tomorrow, around about 10 o'clock, we'll steam them open or whatever you'd like to do.
Okay, cool. Yep, steam them open. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna slather some honey on them. Woo-hoo. Okay, so we put the pippies in the corner. So what are we doing here?
We're just making it like it's where they've just come from, out of the dark. So
Okay.
I'm just going to cover it up
Ah.
so the light doesn't get on them. And 12 hours later, they would have spat out their sand, and they'll just be yummy.
Okay, so what happens if light gets on them so they don't feel like they're home, and then they go into maybe this like sort of...
Yeah, they don't do their job.
They're
don't
done.
get rid of the sand.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's what you do. 12 hours. Here we go. All
See,
right.
they're slightly open.
So they're slightly open here.
Yep.
So these have been sitting overnight, and so they still stay alive. And yeah, they're just spitting out sand and other seaweed and things like that, so that we can consume them. Okay, what are we doing over here?
Just having a little bit of a wash off, just to get the last of the bits of seaweed and a bit of sand on the outside, and then we'll chuck them in the pan and give them a little boil.
We transferred them into a skillet. So tell us about this. What did you add?
Just a little bit of fresh water, and then drop them in, not too much, and we're just going to sort of give them a little bit of a slight boil, and they'll be open.
Okay. And so essentially the fresh water is going to push out more sand and seaweed, and we'll boil them until they open. Is it boil or is it simmer or?
Sort of steaming really a little bit, because you'll see they'll start very soon. Once they start to move, then I'll start plucking them out.
About how long do you think?
Once that water gets warm, because we'll just keep rotating the same, we'll just put new pippies in there as we go. So it'll be another 1.5 to 2 minutes, and we'll start to see some open, I feel.
Right.
And shall we just...
He said these are on our way, is what he says.
There it is, the tasty little morsel.
Oh, can I try one?
Please do.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It'll be sweet.
This will be my first pippies. Apparently they're sweet, so. Oh my gosh.
Good.
And obviously fresh. You can taste the seawater. It's really nice. Really, really nice. So obviously wild caught by yours truly. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
I love them.
Loves the pippies. This is how the New Zealanders do it. They actually cook it. They have a recipe in mind, but it never makes it there because they're always just eating it before it happens.
Very true.
Then they might have two with their recipe that they've created. Hilarious. All right, so the first step is, what are we doing?
We're shucking. So we've
Shucking.
steamed these open, and then we're just using the back of the shell to remove the shellfish from the rest of the shell.
Great. So David's still out there working on the
He's still cooking, steaming open the next batch.
the pippies. So it's nice to kind of maybe do it as a group thing, though it's really easy to do by yourself. But yeah, shucking. So this is going to be my first time shucking a pippy or even any sort of shellfish, I guess. Well, no, I've had mussels before, but I think I've just like, I don't know.
Perfect.
I never thought of it as like
You're a pro.
shucking. I'm a pro. You hear that? So that is what we're doing. And this would be really great for a party, little appetizers. And so what we are using here is Manuka honey. And so I guess just maybe if you wanted to tell them, Julie, why Manuka honey is so special, and obviously, you know, it's authentic to New Zealand and Kiwi land, really, and obviously they use it in their recipes. So maybe if you want to just explain a little bit about Manuka honey and BeeNZ in general.
So Manuka honey is honey that from the hive where bees have collected the nectar from the Manuka tree, which is an indigenous plant to New Zealand. It's been known throughout New Zealand's history for its medicinal properties. The leaf has been made into tea. The leaf oil is taken from the plant, and right back with our indigenous Māori people, they used it as one of their medicinal plants that, to keep them well. Our hives are positioned around Manuka plantations. Manuka grows naturally wild everywhere in New Zealand, so we position our hives there and we collect the honey. All of Manuka honey is tested, so it goes through 4 chemical markers that are unique to Manuka and a DNA test. Everything's tested at an independent lab, and that gives us evidence of its purity. Really, you can be sure if you're buying Manuka honey from BeeNZ, you're getting Manuka honey.
Yeah, so it has to have that UMF symbol on there. And you might look at the UMF symbol and wonder, okay, what does 5, 10, 15, 20, these different grades mean? And so as she was saying, the well, I think maybe the potency of, of the properties that are in each UMF grade. Okay, so we've shucked our tuatuas.
Well done,
Oh,
tuatua.
okay, it's tuatua. This is where you get to enjoy them. So this was definitely a fun little process, and so let's go ahead and see how we can enjoy them. So first, we're gonna dip it in vinegar.
You can do either. You can dip in vinegar straight in the mouth. You can dip in lemon if you like the lemon. It just sort of contradicts that shellfish taste. My
Ooh.
favourite's vinegar because
Oh my
they're quite
gosh.
sweet. So I think dipping them in vinegar counteracts that sweetness.
Wow, the vinegar was really, really good. Then something I'm really excited to try, and the whole reason why I really wanted to do this whole cooking show was to really put it with the honey. So
like honey and seafood, how do they mix? But yeah, this is what we do. So we're going to mix some, I'm going to use Manuka honey today. I'm just going to put a tablespoon, a really good tablespoon, because I can.
this is a Kiwi tablespoon of Manuka because Kiwis love their
Because I
Manukas.
can. So already in this jar I have half a cup of white wine vinegar and half a cup of malt vinegar.
Okay, so 2 different types of vinegars.
And then this one we'll just do white wine vinegar.
Okay,
This is my really good precise measuring.
so white wine vinegar.
And then we'll just use a teaspoon of honey for this one. Not as much.
This one I requested because I don't really do malt vinegar, but I'm okay and open to trying white wine vinegar. Or maybe even, would it go well with apple cider vinegar? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Apple
Yeah,
cider
any
vinegar is a
vinegar.
good one. Yeah.
If you want to keep stirring that one,
Yes.
I'll do this one.
Tell me what to do. I'm the sous chef today.
So it just takes a little while for the honey to dissolve in with the vinegar. Salt there.
A little pinch of salt.
Yeah.
I like salt, so might have been a bigger pinch.
Pepper, if you like some pepper.
I'm okay, I'm pepper. What do you do with the spoon?
You can. So that mix of the honey and the sweet of the honey and the tang of the vinegar is brilliant.
Wow.
And a little bit of lemon.
I like it. A little bit of lemon.
A little bit of lemon.
It's interesting the color of these lemons
It's
here.
good, isn't it?
Almost looks like an orange. Okay, a little bit of lemon.
Perfect. Now you can choose and pop your pippies in there.
Oh,
And they're going to
wow.
soak overnight.
Okay, so I'm gonna have these in the morning, which is really good.
Have them for breakfast.
Should I put more in there?
You can put as many as you like.
Okay.
I'll pinch this. There we go. So we just leave them sitting overnight. Watch this space.
You know what else I wanted to try too was this with honey, actually.
Just honey.
Just honey.
Would you like the Manuka or the Kanuka?
What's that?
Manuka or the Kanuka? What would you like
Ooh,
to
let's try one of both because there's some more pippies here. So here we go. That's really good. I would even add like a little bit of,
Bit of salt.
maybe I'll do that with the Kanuka honey. Ooh, thank you. Have you ever tried it with just the honey? And
Not just the honey. No, I think I enjoy the taste of the shellfish. I don't want to disguise it too much.
Yeah. Okay, so just a little bit of Kanuka honey. This one is Kanuka, and you guys can see kind of what I use down below. I'll have links below to these honeys.
It's like salted caramel, salted honey seafood. God,
Yeah.
that was really good. I've never thought to do that before.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
Well done.
Yeah.
A new thing.
David,
Yes.
We've
you have to try this.
What do we got?
Let's see.
Lindsay has come up with a new
Recipe.
delicacy.
Yep. We're getting your reaction live.
So it's Kanuka, Pippi,
So
salt.
Pippi, Kanuka,
Salt.
and salt.
Wow.
It's really good, eh?
That's really
so
good.
excited. Got another one?
Yeah, I do. Can I?
Oh, I love it. See,
Yeah.
this is, and it's very simple.
I love it.
Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. What are we doing with these guys?
So I'm just giving these are New Zealand green lip mussels. You can just see why they're called green lip. And I'm just giving them a quick scrub because we're going to cook these in the shell. And we just slowly steam them. David will do that. And they'll open and we'll remove the hairy beard, as we call it.
So hairy beards.
Hairy
I've never
beard.
seen mussels like these.
This is what you're looking at, pretty much close to raw.
Okay.
When we dress them all up and
Cool. So we boiled them a little bit and they started to
Slightly.
open slightly.
like just to that point there, like I'll show you, just not even really moving.
Okay.
And that helps us to get rid of that,
The beard.
the beard. And then what we can do is we just slide the knife in there. It's got a good connection.
Okay.
And then it opens up. Come along here, carefully.
Oh, so he's like kind of slicing a little carefully the mussel on the inside. That is the biggest mussel I've ever
There you
seen.
go. Look at the health of that.
Oh my gosh.
That is beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what they call the green lip.
The green what?
The green lip mussel, because they have like
Oh.
an actual natural green sort of edge to them.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just reduce some butter, wine, and honey. Reduce it down. David's prepared some green up mussels for us.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make this wee reduction, and then we're going to pour it over the mussels and put them on the grill.
Okay, cool. Let's go for it.
Okay. So once again, the Julie's magic measuring, pretty much a tablespoon of butter. Just going to melt that down, and we're going to grab some. I've got Manuka. We can use it with Kanuka as well. but
Okay. What's the UMF grade do you have here?
I've got 20 because I can.
Ah.
But any grade will be fine.
Yes.
We're just going to do like a superfood with the green up mussels and the really good quality.
So about how much? Look at
Oh,
that
a really
size.
heaped tablespoon, and look at that.
What is this? A honey butter caramel.
So now we're going to take 1.5 cups of organic New Zealand Pinot Gris. It's got to be a New Zealand wine. And we're just going to warm that through.
So we've cooled the Manuka and we put the wine in here,
We
right?
put the wine, and we just reduced the wine down a little to take some of the alcohol off, really, to
That's
blend
not
it through. I know. So then I just
Just don't forget to save some for later then for you.
There's definitely some more in the bottle for with dinner. And then I just gently drizzle a little bit of this hot mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
I love it.
And then once we put, sort of just captures in the shell, and then once we put it back in under the grill, the mussel will boil or slowly cook away in the honey wine. Option here that we like to do is a little bit of chili.
Okay.
We want to do is just get into a little bit of bubble. And that's enough.
A little bit of bubbles
Yeah, a little bit
in
of
the shell.
In the shell.
Got it. Okay. Little bubbles here. That's how we know it's ready. Great. Woohoo. So we put them on the grill just for a little bit to get a nice little heating element in there. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Good.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I've never had mussels that big before. They're
They're
really
lush.
good and meaty. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Julie and David, for having me. This was really, really special. I just love a cultural experience, you know, and then also these guys just treat you like family and love to entertain, and so it's been really beautiful.
Yeah, you're
I
most
know.
welcome. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us in our little piece of paradise.
Yeah, and I get
And
to have
thank you
honey
for
every day too.
Gathering the shellfish this morning.
did.
Oh, yesterday afternoon, was it? Yesterday afternoon?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks. Yeah, there's something about a meal when you know, do more of the legwork involved too. And then we all get to enjoy it with all the specialties. And obviously this honey, the Kanuka honey that comes from Julie and David's little, I guess it's not a farm, it's a,
It's an apiary.
an apiary.
Apiary.
Thank you very much. So yeah, so this is quality honey. So go ahead and pick yourself up some with the link down below. So thank you so much for joining. I'm Lindsay, Cooking with Bay, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell too. See you guys.
See ya.
Arera.